is this bitch working? Hello, guys! Welcome to another Leah pod episode. Okay? Guys, welcome. It's been a while. So much to talk about. Wait, I need to get my iPad ready. Google is on. Okay, so it's not logged into the same account, which is great. Okay. Number one news. Do you see this? It's all wearing off now. For years, okay? For years, I've been wanting a face tattoo. But I also need a high-paying job, okay? In the tech industry. So I can't get it because I can't, okay? So I bought these tattoo stickers and did it all over my face. Because I am now goth. Okay, I am now goth. But it's not just goth, okay? I am rural American Southern goth with a background of religious trauma. It's very specific, okay? I know. But I am so close to just being more than like subtle with the aesthetic. I'm so close to just going full on with it. It's almost like this dressing up as a haunted nun or dressing up as a, let's say, evangelical Christian cult woman. It's almost like a colonial woman. It's almost that. But I chase it purely aesthetically. So I've been thinking, like, is that a bit sacrilegious? Because I was raised agnostic. I was raised almost, borderline atheist. But I love it, I love that kind of aesthetic because Ethel Cain. That girl is just and while I was like doing, because I bought tattoo stickers and I did it all over my hands, but I have a puppy, so I have to wash my hands a lot, and every single time I wash my hands I have to moisturize them with moisturize them, so it just got off in half a day. But while I was doing it, and after I finished putting on the stickers, the thought that went on my head was, when I talked about these men of like having tattoos and how that turns me on and like that's my type, maybe it's because I wanted to look like that, but as a girl. You know what I mean? Because when I looked in the mirror after doing all that, I was like, I am so hot. I love this, I look so good. I felt so confident. And I didn't even leave the house, okay? I just stayed in the whole day, just feeling just good about myself. So I was like, what if I actually just wanted to be that kind of person, what if that's just not my, like, it's not my type, but it's something that I want to be. So I've been thinking about that, and so yeah, I am goth now, okay, but a very, very special type of goth, very subdued. I almost always want to look like a corpse. I am very, very into muted tones, and if I can, I want to look like the ghost bride. I think her name was like Sally. the ghost ride. And I want to do that makeup every day. I want to put blue shadings on my face and go to work, but I can't, so I won't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look like a corpse. That's what I want to do. And that's my new hyperfixation, okay? Like, I have this like very, very, very like this very specific thing that I want to look like. I don't even know what it is, but it's just like I know it, okay? So I'm trying. And it makes me feel so pretty. I don't know why. It makes me like, the more I look corpse like muted and really like, subdued and unsaturated, like the more I look like that, I feel better about myself. Like, I figured out recently that even just wearing sunscreen and not doing much makeup on my face makes me feel good. And plus, I added like some shadings below my eyes, like literally to make myself look more like tired and like a corpse. Girl, I was feeling myself. I loved it. So yeah, I'm doing that. Yeah, so I'm so close to getting my knuckles tattooed as well. But I know that if I start getting them, I'm never going to stop, and I'm going to end up with, I think I'm going to end up looking like, what's the Lil, what is his name? Like Lil something, Like Lil, that white guy that was like viral on TikTok for like 2 days and just kind of like, what is Lil Diddy? Sorry about that. There's no way his name is Lil Diddy, but like Little Danny or something. Like, I'm so close to that. Or like the Island Twins. They make porn together. Did y'all know that? They make porn together. Like, they have OnlyFans together. And they're like blood related twins. That's insane. Anyway, so I'm so close to looking like that. And and one more thing. I went to go get my brows microbladed. It's been several weeks now, and the post week, it was getting like flaky and shit. And I know that it was supposed to be that. And, after you get flaky, the pigment's going to look like it almost like faded completely, but it's going to come back, whatever. But it wouldn't come back, okay? So what did I do? I don't know if this is legal or not, but I'm not going to practice on anyone else. This is just for me. Did you know that you can just buy microblading equipment off the internet? Did you know that? I thought you would have to have some sort of license. But no, you can just buy it. So I bought it. And I gave myself another microblading session at home. And I love it now, okay? I know that I wasn't, supposed to do that technically. I was supposed to talk it out with a technician. But honestly, when it comes to, cuz when I first thought, microblading, I thought there was going to be this like super expensive equipment that they use to do my brows. When I figured out it was just by hand, like almost just by hand, and it's just like it's all about your hand skills, bitch, I can do that. Literally, I can do that. Like, I'm sorry, but when it comes to like drawing something or like doing something with your hands and and creating something, I can do it. I can do it. Okay? I don't want to spend like over like $200 on it. Sorry. Like, I'm going to do it myself and it's going to work just fine. And I know what I want better, and I know what design I want, and I can literally look in the mirror and do it. So the frightening thing is that I didn't even need numbing cream because I'm so used to getting just like big tattoos. And I remember falling asleep on the tattoo bed. That's how much of a high pain tolerance I have, which is a bit concerning, but yeah, I didn't even need numbing cream, bitch. Like, and I watched because first of all, I was like, okay, so does it work like a tattoo? Because I know that it works like a tattoo, but does it work like the hand poking method, or is it the machine method? What kind of mediums do you have to use? Is there like a big difference? No, it's basically the same. Like, literally, you use just like a slightly different equipment, a slightly different ink, and it's the same. Like, and you penetrate the skin a little bit less, and it's the same, girl. Sorry. It's the same. Oh, I also got banned from Coupang. It was because I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to do that, okay? But they have this like, oh, you can return any item for free. If you don't like it, you can just return it. And I didn't know that I wasn't supposed to do that. I wasn't supposed to actually like really do that. But what I did was like, sometimes I would buy things. For example, like some weeks I would just get so into, let's say I want a guitar, but I want to build it, right? So I would just like order all the equipment. But and it would be at midnight, and it would just be crazy because I'm like manic a little bit, and then the next day I would cancel everything, right? Like cancel my orders. And apparently you're not supposed to do that. So I'm so sorry that I did that. Please let me back in. My life is not the same. Literally, I use Coupang every single day, multiple times a day, to get everything in my life. Please let me back in. I promise I won't do that. I promise I won't use Coupang as my manic episode tool. Okay? I'm so sorry. Just let me back in. Like, seriously, it's like so uncomfortable. And like I searched about this, and this happened, and I didn't know that it could happen because it's been years since I think I used over $1 million on Coupang. Swear to God. Because sometimes, guys, the way I spend money online is insane. Like, let's say this is something that I do. Let's say we're going to buy a designer bag, okay? Let's say it's going to be like $5,000. I literally get it online. Like, I get it on I go on their official website and I buy it online. What's the difference between going and seeing it and then getting it? Like, I don't see what the difference is. Is there a difference? It's pretty. I know what it looks like already, Like, I've already seen it. That's why I want it, right? And I'm just getting the same thing. Why do I have to go to like a department store and wait in line and get it? And like carry all the way back home where you can just get it delivered? Like, you can get it delivered. So I would use everything, even expensive jewelry. I'll just buy it online. I don't care. Okay. Like, and I really don't care. I don't know why I have to care. Does that make me like naive? Because I think these days I've been feeling very naive about a lot of things. I apparently don't know a lot of things. Okay. One thing that I realized is that this made me just go spiral. Just completely nihilistic. I hate this world. I hate humanity. I just want to live in an island. Or maybe we should all go into extinction and nothing should exist. Like that kind of thing. Was when I was getting my nails done. Okay, guys. I wanted to get acrylics because I was so fucking sick and tired of, because I do the Gel X nails at home, and I do it myself. But them shits, it's so just like when it's time for me to get them off, it's like I don't want to do it anymore. You know what I mean? Like I used to, and it was so comfortable because you can like soak it in some kind of like this oil alcohol thing, and it'll come off. But then I used a different base this time, and it would just like stay on for 2 months, and it just would not come off. And I ended up ripping all my nails off to the point where it would just bleed. Okay, where raw skin was exposed and I was bleeding. So I was like, you know what? After the bleeding is done, and if my nail beds kind of like heal enough, I'm just gonna go get acrylics, and then I'm just gonna get the acrylics done and get home, so I can use my equipment to like color them and decorate them the way I want to. So that's what I did. But while I was in the salon, there was this show that was on the TV screen, because of course we have to zone out. And there was this show called Kokomo. I love that show because it's like a deep dive on historical events, but in a more humanistic touch. Okay. And I was learning about, well, first it was this very sad story about this family of 4, and how they literally murdered their kids, and try to kill themselves, didn't work. Try to die, didn't work. So they ended up just like working at a farm for 2 years and whatever. And the kids are dead, right? And it just like gave me too much emotions. Literally, I was getting my nails done and I was sobbing on the chair. I was like like literally. And the nail tech that was doing my nails, she literally had to get up, get me water and get me tissues, and I couldn't even move my hand, so she had to like tap the tears out of me while I was sobbing. I wanted to die. Okay. But after that, there was another episode, and it was just about World War II. Okay. And then it was about the bomb, the nuke, the fat man and little boy, the 2 nukes, the atomic bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and there were up to 80,000 plus Korean people that were living there, because of course they got drafted in World War II, especially for the Pacific War, and a lot of Korean people died. And that was something that I was unaware that 80,000 plus people were living in those areas at that time, which of course they were, if I come back to think about it. But like, I only focused on how cruel it was to use that kind of weapon in a war situation, because I'm anti-war, very unnecessary. I hate wars. It's avoidable, but you choose to do it, okay? Because of greed. I talked about this on my TikTok, which no one cares about, but it's just when I'm learning history, like this is also part of history, but I was just super sucked into history my whole life, and every time I would try to learn in a textbook or anything, or like human history, how humankind evolved, every single time it would be the same chronological order of us diving into ancient civilizations, the big fours, and like how advanced they were. And then it quickly turns into territory because, you want more land to cultivate a little bit more and whatever. And now war is introduced to humanity. And then, it's back-to-back war, but because it's so ancient, not a lot of them are documented, and it's relatively in a smaller scale because the lack of weapons that we use today, right? And transportation, literally. And then, transportation evolves, and then, these big religions just start also, being introduced to humanity, and then it's just back to back war. It's just war. Okay? And that depresses me. That depresses me a lot. What are you fighting for? Do you want to really fight for that? Like, do you want, like, millions of people to lose their lives and just decimate towns and cities because of what? Because of what, actually? Like, literally break it down. Because of what, actually? Because of an idea. Because of greed. That's what it is. And then after religion, this is my personal point of view, of course. But after religion, I feel like it quickly turned into imperialistic greed about colonization, of how much money they could use and how much they can use and abuse the people in the colonies and make profit for the empire. So that was the most, especially when imperialism was really a thing, and like Machiavelli and like all those like fucking bullshit things were happening. Just I think we lost a lot of humanity since then, and we're actively losing it now. Okay? And the reason that I got really depressed was because, number one, I didn't know that a lot of Korean people were there and are still affected by it. And so when I came back home from the salon, I did more research on, the Arab Springs and how, they're trying to move towards democracy and how they got just so violently overturned by their own government, and also the Palestine and Israel war and Ukraine and everything. It just hit me, right? And I felt dumb. I felt stupid. I felt naive and dumb and stupid because I wasn't aware of, I was aware of it. I knew it, but I think I had this sense of, especially when we were learning about wars, because that's human history, literally. War and art. That's it. Anyways, so I tried to educate myself. I tried to study, and I quickly realized that the wars that I learned and despised so much and felt like, how could anyone let this happen? And I was like, thank God that this is not happening right now to me. That was the point that got me. I thought, because I'm not experiencing that in my own reality, it was safe out here. And we actually were moving on from it. But we're not, actually. You know what I mean? We're still at it. We're still in imperialistic greed. Now it's, branded into this capitalism thing, but it's always going to be about greed. it's going to be about, double dealing, religion. So many people are actively dying every single day. And, I think as a Korean person and living here and studying about Korean history as well, after the Korean Civil War and the Vietnam War, I feel like, there's no war anymore going on, because those were the kind of biggest wars that we had. But if I think about it, people are still shedding blood on the streets well into the 80s. You know what I mean? In South Korea, because of dictatorship. And recently, December 3rd, the Korean prezi, I hate that man. Girl, I did not fucking even care about that man, okay? Because, to be honest, Korean politics always feels like who's the lesser evil, Who's the least evil one in this bunch of people, Because for me, I don't give a shit, okay? I don't give a shit. Because they're all fucking evil. They're all corrupted, and I don't want to waste my time. But you declare this man, this president that we have right now, declared martial law. Are you serious? And it was declared at almost 11 p.m. And I was in bed. And I think I got an email from this very, very old platform that I used to subscribe. But I don't know why, but I got the notification of martial law is declared. And I was like, what? I was like, huh? I was like, this can't be true, right? So where do I hop on? I hop onto Twitter because you can see everything live on Twitter. So I hop on Twitter. It's actually happening, right? The president has just called the media, and he went live and he was like, I'm going to declare martial law. You're fucking stupid. You're a stupid man. I'm so sorry. You're fucking dumb. Did you think that it was gonna work? Did you think that it was gonna work, babe? Do you have the IQ of a table? Do you not know where Korean people come from? Girl, we're known to fucking take to the streets and fucking fight you. Fight the government to get back our democracy, right? We did it again and again and again, right? Democracy in Korea is something that people move. It makes us move. Okay? You thought it was gonna fucking work? And then, the thing was declared, and then they were the military came into the city hall, and they started barricading the walls because they in Korea, if the what do you say, the senators, it's not the senators, government people, if they vote and say declare martial law should be should be revoked, and it's illegal for the president to not listen to what the government decides. So they quickly went into the government. Of course, military people were stopping them. Are you fucking dumb? But the thing is that I was watching a lot of these videos of even people that were the soldiers, right, that were ordered to go to the city hall. What is it? City hall? The government the parliament, they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing were wrong. What they were doing was wrong. And I could kind of feel that they were not shooting at people because they also were the ones that grew up and learned this history about how Korean people, reached our democracy and had to fight dictatorship, especially under martial law. So anyways, unanimously voted for, the seats voted for the revoke of martial law, and it got lifted at like 5 a.m. And now he's gonna get impeached. Of course you're gonna get impeached. I give him 2 weeks, honestly. The plan was to censor media. The plan was to, if you talk ill about the government or the president, you're gonna get prosecuted. Just censorship and everything, and then invasion of privacy, whatever it is, just you're gonna like, you're fucking dumb if you're gonna think that's gonna work. Like, honestly, touch grass. Like, do you even talk to people? Do you know how these people are? Did you think that it was like, how did you think that it was gonna, like, I'm so sorry. Disrespectfully, you're a fucking idiot. That was an idiotic decision, and it felt so impulsive too. What the fuck was that? And then, to a lot of people, it was just this revisiting trauma, because because the last time martial law was declared, so much blood were shed on the streets, because at that point we already had a military government, and if the head of the military is going to declare martial law, they're actively gonna fucking kill. Okay, there were choppers in the air, shooting from the air to civilians just in their houses. They would shoot, okay? And we have that memory because that was documented, bitch. And we know that, okay? So and that was the last time martial law was declared. I think it was in the 60s or something. Literally, people were under martial law, fought it off. People died on the streets. Not a lot of people died and went to jail for that. For some bullshit. Okay? Not the fighting. I'm saying that declaring martial law is fucking bullshit. And then you're gonna do that? Like, are you... Like, do you know how to comprehend? Like, read the room? Read the room, you idiot? Ugh, and it was just so embarrassing. It's just like, are you serious with this? Like, it's almost 2025 and you're declaring martial law? Come on. And it was just like, so, like, you just did not learn, And this is going to be the most powerful man in South Korea. And then you're just the same. And that just disappoints me a lot. I hope you pay for what you did. I hope you pay for what you tried to do. I hope you go to fucking jail. Whatever it is. All the presidents that are already in jail, fucking meet them, I guess. But yeah, it was just this nihilistic, thing of like, oh, I thought that, I was in my environment. We were at this point where we could just, get into self-care a little bit more and kind of explore what's out there, chase beauty, kind of like If I want to enjoy art, we can do that, because we're not living in active war times anymore, but we are. It's just not happening in your reality right now, but very closely in real time right now, wars are going on, and it never stopped. And Korean powerful figures didn't learn anything, and that just disappointed me a lot. How idiotic it is. History repeats itself, and it literally did. So that bummed me out. Just that bummed me out, because that was the day where I watched the program of the atomic bombs going off because of the war, and how we're still suffering from it. And then I came home and just, studied about different wars that are going on right now. And then that night, our fucking bullshit president declares martial law, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I was bombarded with the same kind of like punch down for hours that day. It was hard. I didn't like it. I cried in bed alone. Like, I was cradled up and I was crying. But anyways, that was that. And also I made a I think after that day, because I was so nihilistic, and I kind of recognized that I was in this sort of depression. I mean, I am clinically diagnosed, and I am, getting treated, but I feel like another wave of depression hit me recently, and I don't know how to describe this, but it scares me a lot more than the depression that I'm used to. Because the depression that I'm used to, I had intense thoughts of, like, I was so, like, just like ruin everything, ruin everything, just drink every day, do everything that's bad for you, self-destruction every single day. And like, because I hated everything, and I felt something. I felt depressed, you know what I mean? And I felt angry about the things that had led me to this situation, and whatever. But the depression that I feel now is literally, I feel numb. Like, I feel nothing. And it feels like nothing matters, which scares me, because when I was in the past, the depression and my kind of my wave of depression was much more, I think, it showed externally, because I was actively participating in these self-harming situations, such as, drinking and just going on benders and just bad things. But right now I'm sober. I don't drink. I go to work every day. I wake up. I have a tight schedule. I have a good schedule going on. I wake up in the morning. I sleep at night. I have good sleeps. So, and I don't even know why I feel like this. But I feel nothing. And it feels like nothing matters. And the only thing that is keeping me alive right now is because I don't want to hurt other people, because they have memories of me. And if I choose to not exist anymore, they're going to be sad. And I don't want to do that to them. And I feel that guilt inside of me because I don't want to hurt them. Like, I don't want to do anything to hurt other people. But that's the only thing. Like, and I don't think it's normal because it's something much more silent, but it's so potent. And I'm scared because I feel like it's a very, very quiet ticking time bomb that I just can't put into words. I don't even feel depressed. I feel nothing. Like I feel vacant. Does that make sense? And I'm turning 30 soon, so I really, really hope that this is just part of growing and maturing. But it honestly is so scary. And I'm going through a lot of not just depression, but I'm going through a lot of like physical things as well. So my body's not in good condition, so maybe that's also kind of, but it's not like terminal. Like, nothing's terminal. It's just it's just my immune system. It's weak. It's not like debilitating, but I just don't like. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? I don't care. Like, I don't care. I can't care. I don't care. I don't care. And if I had the power, this is the thing that scares me the most. If I had the power to erase myself from everyone else's memory, right? Reverse everything. And even from my family. And if I could make a choice of me never having existed, I would make that choice in a heartbeat. That is what scares me. But that kind of thing is impossible, like physically impossible. So that isn't that scary? I think that scares me a lot. That's the only thing that's kind of like keeping me alive right now, because I don't. You know what I mean? And I don't even feel anxious, but I can't breathe. And I have so many panic attacks. For what? Like, I don't feel anxiety. Like, when I was actively anxious, I got also diagnosed with anxiety. I felt like I knew what I was anxious about. It didn't make sense, of course. It didn't logically make sense at all. But I knew that I was anxious about something, right? Right now, I don't even feel anxious, but I just get panic attacks. And I can't breathe. So what's that about? What's that about? What's that about? What's that about? Anyways, I'm sorry that it's depressing, but I'm trying to get better. And this is the thing. I try to get better every day. I'm trying to get better every day. I did talk to my psychiatrist about it. Okay? I also opened up about my anorexia. And just, oh my God, like, just the mental care system in Korea is a scam. It's a hoax at this point, in my opinion. Just like with the insurance bullshit. Oh my God. Like, it's discriminatory. But yeah. So I feel really nihilistic about the war and stuff. Like, nothing. I care, but it's like this. Like, I do care about things, but it's just this. Everything ends up being like, no matter how much I care and dedicate my time into this, nothing's gonna change because I don't matter. Nothing matters. So then I feel numb again. Like, you know what I mean? Is that normal? Like, do y'all feel that too? Like, is this seasonal or like what is this? Like, what's going on? I'm scared and shit. Like, is this like a universal thing, or, you know, is this like a growing, you know, reaching 30 thing, or is this like something, you know, I don't want it to be more than that, but here we are. Yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this episode here. I did make some questionnaires for myself, 10 questions to answer every day, of, it's just like how to love myself, whatever. So I'm trying to do that, so don't worry too much about me, but just like, that was my week. Sorry. Thank you guys for watching. Be good, be nice. I love you all. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Don't get sick. And love y'all. Bye. Mwah.